this does not mean that all promise rings are bad. It doesn't mean that all older guys are bad. But if he's as good as you think he is, how come some girl his own age hasn't snatched him up by now? Older guys know that younger girls are less likely to refuse them because the girls want to win the older guy's approval, but to step back. And so this senior runs into the auditorium. He's all mad. And I said, what's the problem? And he goes, well, he said, I just saw my girlfriend in the hallway, and she looked all happy. And I said, where you been the last hour? And she said, oh, enjoying my new purity. So I came in here to see what the heck happened to her. And I said, well, you can sleep with her again. Just marry her one day. And he's like, and I go, well, isn't she worth waiting for? And he goes, no. It is the love test. And only when love is put to the test can its value be seen. So have the courage to apply it. Thirdly, and this is huge, no way on earth are we going to put her body on birth control and contraception. How disrespectful could I possibly get to a woman's body? To treat it like fertility is a disease, so we got to give her shots and pills so I can neuter her, so I can have lifeless love with her. You girls are great, but you are lied to about birth control. You know what your doctors do not tell teenage girls about the pill? How many girls, when they gave you the pill, or Depo-Provera, that shot which neuters you for a couple months, did they ever bother to tell you, girl, oh, here's your pill. Oh, and by the way, if you have 3 sexual partners in your life, you're 15 times as likely to develop cervical cancer. And if you're on the pill, this is worse because the pill allows cancer-causing agents to have access to your body because of how it changes your cervix. Oh, and also, by the way, the pill also harms your immune system, so you're more likely to get sexually transmitted diseases, including AIDS. Do they tell you this? No. Do they ever tell the girl, oh, here's your pill? Oh, and by the way, if you take this for an extended period of time before ever having kids, you are increasing your odds of developing breast cancer by about 40%. Do they tell the girls that? No. By law, they don't have to. Do they ever tell the girls this? Oh, here's your pill, and this one's the kicker. Do they ever tell the girls, oh, here's your pill. Oh, and by the way, as a teenage girl, as a woman, your uterus is between, the lining of your uterus, the endometrium, is between 5 and 13 millimeters thick. But don't worry, once we get you on the synthetic hormones of the pill, we'll thin out the lining of your uterus to about 1 millimeter, which means if you get pregnant on the pill, which happens pretty often with a mini pill or Depo-Provera, don't worry, the pill will abort your child before you ever know that you're pregnant. So if you're a guy sleeping with a girl who's on the pill, you could already be a daddy having aborted the kids that you didn't know you ever had because your girlfriend was on the pill. They don't have to tell girls this. They might even deny it, even though it's sitting on his desk, on the physician's desk reference, and it's in the info packet on the pill. Do they ever tell the girls that if you're having sex as a teenage girl, you're almost 10 times as likely to get some STDs? There's a part of your cervix called the ectropion, and it's very liable to get infection. In 10 years from now, it gets replaced with a different type of tissue, and your body will be able to resist infections better. But since you're a teenager, your body isn't ready for that traffic. It's like your heart. It's not made for the multiple sexual partners. When it comes to what the doctors say next, they say, well, girls, look, you girls need the pill. You missed the cycle? Oh my gosh, you had a bad period? Oh, you're having cramps? Oh, you have acne? Oh, you have a cyst? You have to go on the pill. 4 doctors in a row told Crystal, oh, you have to go on the pill for medical reasons. It's not a sin to be on it for medical reasons, but he told you have to go on it. So we went to 4 doctors, all saying, oh, you have to go on the pill. We finally went to a good gynecologist, and I asked him, how many teenage girls have to be on the pill for medical reasons? And he said, honestly, and I said, please. He said, none. We have the alternatives. Doctors get money through pharmaceutical companies to leave a girl on the pill for 5 years straight instead of actually healing her at the beginning with an alternative. The pill just suppresses the problems. It doesn't really heal them. And so he healed her, and she has been fine ever since. Towards the end of the talk, I'll point you to a resource where you can go to find these good doctors, but we're lied to about it. When it comes to all this sexually transmitted, you may be wondering, well, Jason, if you guys aren't going to use contraception in marriage, what do you have, like 47 children? Well, probably not. But if we need to space out kids, we're going to use something called natural family planning. It's 99% effective in spacing out kids, totally natural, and couples who use it have a divorce rate of like 2%. There's so much wisdom in the church. But when it comes to like sexually transmitted diseases, you guys are lied to about this stuff. And I'll ask you, for those of you who haven't heard our talk before, what's the most common sexually transmitted disease right now in North America? What would you say? AIDS? No. Herpes? No. Chlamydia? No. Syphilis? No. Warts? No. VD? No. Gonorrhea? Usually we come to high schools, I say, what's the most common STD? And they're like, AIDS, gonorrhea, chlamydia, syphilis. Some guy in the corner is like, crabs. And I'm like, no, it's not crabs, stay away from it. But what is it? We were just in Michigan and Toronto. We asked 5,000 students, what's the most common STD? None of them got the answer right. It wasn't AIDS. AIDS is less than 1% of all the STDs. It's pretty rare compared to the rest. It's not herpes. One of you said herpes. Herpes is real common. It's like 1 out of 5 people in North America now has genital herpes, which is incurable. It's not chlamydia. Someone said chlamydia. Chlamydia is real scary because like half the guys who have it don't